Hello, everyone. This is Tom Painter. Thank you so much for joining with us today. We're so excited to have every one of you from around the world joining us today. And, as I've been thinking about what we're going to talk about today, the great thing about what we do is I have all week to think about it. And what I thought about today, in one of the sections that I want to talk about as a kickoff, is the question that all of us should have is, why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you here and being part of this organization? Why are you here doing what you're doing? Why are you here on Earth? That's kind of a wild question. And the next question is, well, why are we here as a foundation? Why are we here as well? So why are you here and why are we here as well? So it's very, very simple. You talk about our purpose, but you talk about our why. One of the biggest things that you've got to start with is your why, not your how. The how comes later. You've got to have a why. The successful people, the reason they're successful is because they have a compelling why. They have a reason. There's a reason of why they want to do what they do. And it goes very deep. It's a very deep reason. Now, there's a lot of things that we do, but that's not who we are. We might be a doctor, lawyer, whatever we are, business person, that's what we do, but that's not who we are. Who are we? Well, you are a child of God that is a spiritual being that's here on earth having an earthly experience. That's how I see it. That's who you are, and that's who all of us are. Every life has equal value. Every one of us on this earth were put here for a reason. We're all down here to play the game of life. And as you know, the game of life, games are fun. And so let's play the game of life. We're all here to have an earthly experience. And some of us have been dealt all kinds of different cards. As you play the game Monopoly, your goal is to be able to get around the board and to be able to acquire assets. Well, that's part of the materialistic way of doing what you're doing. And that's part of your life, but that's not really the real key. Money doesn't really do anything except save you time, get you there quicker and faster. The reason you're here is to help other people. The reason the foundation was created, our why, was to help you have a better life. The purpose of our foundation, and this is your foundation, was created to help you have a better life. And more importantly, for you to help your children, your loved ones, those around you, to have a better life as well. That's the key. That's why we're here. When I created the foundation, I had started the foundation about 8 years ago, and I put some chunks of money into it. We'd given quite a bit of money to different organizations. We've given away to a lot of organizations, over 100. And, I just didn't feel like it was solving one of the big problems, because it would trickle down and they would do whatever they're doing. And they're all wonderful organizations all over the world. But it wasn't solving the root problem of how do we help people have a better life? And how do we help their children have a better life? And the question came back to me, well, how do you do that? What do we need to do in order to help these people have a better life? Because if you had 3 things you could give to your children, you can give them money, you can give them knowledge, and you can give them experience. What's the most important thing to give them? Well, it's nice to give them all those things, but really, the experience is the most important thing. The experience is the most important thing, followed by knowledge. Knowledge that goes with that experience, and then the money will just naturally come. Now, in the big game of life, it's kind of like playing Monopoly. And the big difference is that some people decide that they've been given whatever they've been given. They're sitting on the start line and they just don't want to play. Life is a game and games are fun. Life is a game and games are fun. Business is a game and games are fun. Finance is a game and games are fun. And some people just stay there at the start line. They just stay there because they don't know how. They're afraid. These are the cards I've been dealt, and I can't do anything else about it. But the nice thing is that if you jump in and play, you get to roll the dice. And sometimes you get some good cards, and sometimes you get some bad cards. Sometimes you get some good rolls, and sometimes you get some bad rolls. But your goal is to get around the board. Go see the world. That's what your goal is to be able to do that while you're here on this, having this earthly experience. So many people get cards, and honestly, I've been all over the world. I've been to 50 countries. I've been all over. There's not too many places that I haven't been that I really want to go see. And the one thing that I know, what do I know for sure? What do I know for certain? Well, I know that parents love their children, and parents want to help their children and their loved ones and the people in their community to have a better life. Wherever I've gone, now there are some bad people around the world, I get that, but overall, the vast majority, which you don't hear on the news or in social media or anything like that, but the 99.999% of the people out there are good people. And they're just going through their life and having an earthly experience. And they want to have a better life for their children. And they want a better life for themselves. My parents did that. My grandparents wanted my parents to have a better life. You go back generation after generation after generation, and what do they all have in common? They did things to improve their life, to have a better life experience, as well as to help their children. The sacrifices that people make. So that's why you're here, is to have a better life and to help those around you have a better life and to play the game of life. Games are fun. So let's go have some fun. It doesn't matter what card you've been dealt with. In fact, it's kind of, some people, I've met people all over the world. I grew up in a very small town, from a big family, and I learned about the game of life. So why did we create the foundation? Well, we didn't do it for the money. 8 years ago, I created the foundation, and my wife and I have given to lots of different charities. And then about 4 years ago, I said, I just came to me. These are wonderful groups we've been given to, but they're not doing one thing. They're not teaching, and they're not helping people to have the experience. They're not pulling the trigger, and they're not helping those in need, to learn these things. And 4 years ago, my wife and I decided that we would sell off our real estate and put it in with partners and all of our investments and stuff like that, so I could go full time. And we laugh about it because we only work half days now, from 7 in the morning till 7 at night, working as hard as I ever have to get this foundation off the ground. But the purpose of the foundation is to help you to have a better life. And I decided if I was going to build it, I wasn't going to build it for money. I wasn't going to build it to make money on it. I was going to build it to help people. And the people that I want to attract are the people who feel the same. There's a lot of people. I've had a ton of people say, this is a wonderful thing. Gosh, this should be taught in schools. This should be taught everywhere. And I agree. But so many people, they think it's wonderful, but they don't do much to help with it. You're helping. You're making it happen. The only way we can truly make this spread and to help people are those three things, but they're backwards. Number one and two, it's actually number three, which we talk about, is the experience. We want to have an experience. You want to have experience with money. You want to have an experience with success. Number two is then you need to get more knowledge. You need to learn more secrets. You need more recipes. You need more strategies. But you only need those to get you motivated to do the things you already know. We're not teaching you anything you don't know. We're not teaching you anything that your parents or your grandparents or an uncle taught you. But you learn and you trigger ideas that you go do things. I was listening to success information this morning as I worked out getting ready for today's class. And 4 years ago, we decided to build this. And it's you that has made this work, because our why is to help you have a better life. Your why is to help you and your family have a better life. Our purpose in the foundation is to provide free success and money classes for anyone, anywhere. Man, that's a big, big purpose. And why are we doing it? So you can have a better life. We have 3 missions. Mission number 1 is to provide financial rewards to students when they attend online classes and they share with others. When you share with others, you learn more than anybody else. When you share with others, you are the winner of that. The person who hears it is the recipient, but you're the one that gets it. You're the one that wins on that. And we're asking you to do the hard thing, which is to open up that investment account, get it funded, and fund it every time you make money. Now, when you start doing that, your world changes. It just changes. The way you think of the world changes. You start to see the game. You know, like in the movie The Matrix, you start to see things that you didn't see before. It's like you put these new glasses on and you can see things. And you see the game. And the game is fun. You study successful people and you see how they do what they do. And then they play the game. They've all played the game. Walt Disney played the game and he was wonderful. His brother Roy played the game and it was wonderful. And they had a good, they learned a lot and they made a huge impact. Number 2 is we created this wonderful platform and we give donations and money to schools, churches, charities, groups, and teams so they can do it together in a very fun way. And number 3 is to help those in need. So every hour you're in class, the foundation is going to donate a pair of eyeglasses. We're going to provide a meal for someone or some clean water for every hour in your class. And we have our big National Day of Service coming up on the 9th of September. We've already procured 90,000 pairs of eyeglasses. Some of those we bought, some of those we found and procured. We'll have about 1,000 people working on that project, starting on Monday, the 5th, 6th, 7th, let's see, the 4th, 5th, and 6th. And on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll have all kinds of groups. And then on Saturday, we're going to have this big monster group that's going to help us with it. And so we're excited to have you do that with us. All of you are helping with us. You can be part of that National Day of Service, which our Make a Difference program. So we're so excited to have you here today. We're so excited to have you as part of our group. Why are we here? We are here to help you have a better life. Why are you here? So that you can have a better life and you can help those you love have a better life. That's our why. That's why we do it. We didn't do this for the money. You know, we could have done other things with our time and energy. But I just knew that there's not very many people that could do what we do. And so I just knew that, you know, I didn't want to do this. I just wanted it done. I just didn't want to do it. And I didn't know how else to do it except for just get in and do it. And so you got wonderful people that are all volunteering and helping, all the way from Jake and Ethan and Kurt and all of our instructors to you. Because honestly, you're the one that makes this work. We created a platform, but you're the one making it work. I just want to tip my hat off to you, and I want you to remember, why are you here? Well, there's all kinds of reasons why you're here on this earth. One of them is to play the game of life, and life is a game, and games are fun. And let's go have some fun with it. So thank you all for being with us. We're going to say goodbye to our friends around the world, and we're going to come right back. We're going to celebrate our students' successes. And we have a full program for you today. Thanks for watching, everybody.